We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
One tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Off play action, Lucas. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Lucas. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they've got it run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a design run with Jefferson. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Winters. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Niners had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Winters. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Bonds. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lucas. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Back to throw. Lucas escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings 46-yard line.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the the backfield. Quinnen Williams, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
60-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Lucas. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 3rd and 2, Lucas.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Powering his way forward. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Jefferson going to go in motion right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway,
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Winters.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. On 1st down, Winters. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Second and 14.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Winters. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. An extra point try now for Moody. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
To throw on second down, Lucas.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They go play action here on first down. Able to find Willis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Off the bootleg, Winters.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Winters. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Looking to throw on second down. Lucas.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
third down. Lucas.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Bonds. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on second down, Lucas.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Ayuk goes in motion.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the plane of the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Winters.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk,
38 yards.
And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Martin Emerson.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lucas. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Lucas. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Winters.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And he's going to be out of bounds but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw. Winters. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Lucas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here comes 2nd down.
Throwing again. Lucas. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Lucas. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy?
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And a short gain here down to the 22.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Winters. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure, yeah, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0s. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.